Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leathercraft, and this is the Leather Element. If you've got a good question for us or a good idea for a leather element, drop it in the comment box below. Deglazer. This is a big help in our shop, but it's something we don't normally think about. Now, if you're new to leather, Deglazer is simply an acetone light. What we can use it for is we can strip off a top coat, re-dye, and add a new top coat. So therefore, we can take an old project and make it look almost new. There are two other great ways to use this. We're going to look at both of those, but let's step over here, see if we can't bring a project back to life. I'm a little embarrassed to use this on camera, but it's the worst project in my shop. You know what? Let's don't say worst. Let's say most used and loved. How about that? But this is a tray I keep my empty camera batteries in on my monitor cart. So therefore, it's used each day, all day, and has been for about 3 years. So it's getting pretty rough. It was pretty when I made it. So let's do this. We're going to use a deglazer. We're going to strip our top coat. I'm going to re-dye, add a new top coat. Let's see what we can do with this. So first step, obviously I'm going to take off my tape, but also I'm going to pop out my spots. And our last spot. We could certainly reuse those. We can bend those tines back out and reuse them, but we're going to start with new spots. They're not expensive. All right, so with the deglazer, good ventilation required, absolutely. I've got a good cross breeze, fan on one end, fan on the other end of my shop. So let's take some deglazer. And with this too, we do have the smaller bottle. I think it's either a 4 ounce or an 8 ounce. So I'm going to take my deglazer and let's clean off our top coat. And get a little bit last there in the bin. Okay, so basically we're back to our dye, and we've taken a little dye with this. In fact, there's a little antique in there. I'm not going to replace that. That's still sticking pretty well in my stamps. But let's do this. We're going to give this about 5 minutes to let that deglazer evaporate out flammable. Again, be careful there. Now, we could re-dye this, but the dye looks good. So let's go straight to top coat. We're going to use a Saddle-Lac. Now, I love the leather balms. Great for those of us who are new. No ventilation required. Looks good. But we're going to go with our Saddle-Lac. This is my favorite top coat. We're going with this because we get a lot of questions on this. A couple of tricks to using it. First off, good ventilation. Absolutely. But secondly, I like it because it's easy on, it dries quick, and it doesn't change our color. Now, with this, I'm going to keep a rag in my left hand. I'm going to clean that nozzle. I'm going to hold my bottle back about 10 inches, maybe 12 inches, and I'm just going to make even, quick passes. There we go. Okay, looks a little bit high gloss. It's a lacquer base. If we put too much on this, it's going to be a heavy gloss. But notice I went very light. So let's give that about 2 minutes, let that dry. Good dry time. Well, that looks pretty good. It certainly looks better, doesn't it? We've still got some dings from camera batteries and whatnot, but I'm going to drop my spots in. Let's see how the final appearance is. Well, not bad. Now, it's not perfect, not brand new. It's got some dings. You know what? It looks used and loved. That's exactly right. But here, the deglazer has been a big help. Old school leather crafters, top end toolers, of which I am not a part of. Well, okay, in the world, I would probably put myself in the top 100,000 toolers. Okay, that may sound arrogant, trying not to sound arrogant. But the point is, they're going to clean their leather before they tool and stamp or dye. Well, let's just do this. Let's see what we're going to pull off of our leather. Now, this is our single shoulder. It's a good quality leather, but let's clean this. Let's see what we're going to pull off of this. Okay, we're going to let that dry, let that deglazer evaporate out. But all told, we've really not pulled much off of that leather. Yeah, welcome to Weaver. Good quality. But nonetheless, that's going to keep our leather clean. When we stamp, tool, or dye, that's really going to take a nice stamp or tooling or dye. The one place in my shop where I use deglazer the most is for cleanup, because we're always getting a little dye on our work surfaces, or adhesive, or paint, top coat, antique. A deglazer is going to be a big help there. Now, with these little dye bins, I typically don't go to a lot of trouble to clean these out. I certainly could, but if I want to, my deglazer is absolutely going to knock that dye right off of that. So for cleanup, for us, our tools and our work surfaces, Deglazer is a huge help in our shop. We've mainly talked about veg tan because on the veg we're going to stamp, tool, dye, top coat. The same thing can be done with a chrome, but it's not preferable. The reason I say this is because we get a number of questions from folks that say, hey, I want to redo my sofa or love seat or car seats. Yes, it can be done, but in my opinion, my best advice here is to call a professional refurb person. They'll do a fine job of it. I hope this is good information for you. I hope you pick up some Deglazer, keep it in your shop because it really is a big help. Thanks for taking time to watch The Leather Element. Good luck with your projects.